What language do elves speak? Have you ever wondered what language elves might speak? This question takes us into the fascinating world of cultural anthropology and mythology. Elves are often seen as magical beings in various cultures, particularly in Germanic folklore and Norse mythology. Their language is not just a simple matter of words. It reflects the cultures that created these enchanting figures. In Norse mythology, elves are referred to as Alfar. They are thought to be demigod-like beings closely linked to nature and the gods. While the myths do not specify a distinct language for elves, we can make some educated guesses. Since these stories were recorded in Old Norse, it is likely that elves were imagined to communicate in a form of Old Norse or a mystical variant of it. This would connect them to the human languages spoken by the Germanic peoples who shared these tales, such as Old English or Old High German. Moving to medieval Germanic folklore, elves were believed to live invisibly among humans. Their language was often not clearly separated from human speech. The term elf appears in many Germanic languages, indicating that these beings were woven into the linguistic fabric of those cultures. If elves were to speak, it would probably be a poetic or magical version of the everyday language used by people at the time. In modern fantasy literature, elves often speak constructed languages inspired by ancient tongues. A notable example is J.R.R. Tolkien, who created intricate Elvish languages like Quenya and Sindarin for his fictional elves. These languages are artistic creations based on real linguistic principles but do not belong to traditional folklore. To summarize, traditional elves in Germanic and Norse mythology are associated with the languages of the cultures that told their stories, mainly Old Norse and related Germanic languages. There is no distinct Elvish language in historical folklore. Rather, elves were thought to communicate in the human languages of their time or a magical variant of those languages. Modern portrayals in fantasy literature have introduced invented Elvish languages inspired by historical linguistic traditions. This connection between elves and language highlights how cultures adapt mythic beings to fit their social and linguistic worlds. The language attributed to elves serves as a cultural symbol, linking these beings to the human communities that imagine them.